Good evening, everyone. I would request everyone to please join us. So we are starting now. So first of all, I would like to thank you so much to all of you for joining us on this event. It's a Friday evening and you guys are here, leaving your friends and family. So great. It means like you are serious for your data, you're serious for your business. Thanks a lot once again for coming on Friday evening. So today we are going to talk about the way you think about data, right? So what I understand and what I have seen, before I start, let me just give you a brief about myself. Myself is Brijesh Bhatia. I am from Uneecops Technologies. I am heading the division ERP and BI in Uneecops. I've been working with Uneecops for about 10 years. The overall experience I have about is 15 years selling different solutions, different ERP, BI analytics solution across different industry verticals. So that's a small brief about myself. So what I understand with today's world, the digital world, where I'm sure that everyone sitting here is using some or the other ERP or business application, where the data is adding every day and night. So I'm sure you agree with me that every day, what I understand from looking at my existing set of customer base. So this is about from SME, small to small customer to a large level customer, like I have biggest customer is Mankind Pharma. So with this range of customers, I've seen that about 1 GB to 50 GB data has been adding every day in each and every organization. So that's the range where data has been piling it up every day. And analyzing that data on day-to-day basis from a static report like coming out from ERP is a bit difficult, right? So how you can analyze or find out what exactly that data is talking about, what exactly figures are there where you can take decisions. And even another scenario where what we have seen in most of the ERP companies, like the MIS reports are still limited to the IT team. So whenever business require any new report, new MIS report, IT has been called off. They have been explained the requirement. They take some more time. Either they go back to the ERP development team, get that report developed, or by they use their own expertise to get the data, format that, and put it across to the business. And generally it takes about, even if you have good IT team, about 3 to 4 days to prepare one MIS report. That's how I think, I'm sure you all agree with me. And still the business user doesn't have that access where they can generate their own reports, where they can, whatever they need it, they can talk to the data and get that. That is still missing with our culture, like Indian ERP IT culture. Whereas it has been started and globally it's been started and very well adopted. Today we still believe and that is how the traditionally BI implementations was. Like if you see all traditional BI applications, so they are like, investing in BI is a huge cost. Getting that implementation of BI is another, a time-taking activity is almost similar to BI ERP implementation, and then adaptation is another challenge. So that's how the traditional BI business works, and that's how, there is a perception in the market about BI across different business and companies. So here, the Tableau as a organization, as a tool, have changed that perception. So in a simpler way, because I am also a user of Tableau. So for me, if I talk totally as a layman, so how Tableau is helping me is like, earlier I used to get my reports from ERP in an Excel format. So initially I didn't have a ERP access. So my IT team used to send me my reports daily in the morning, or they have kept one folder where I can go and run my report and I can get that. The only problem is that when I need to change anything, I can't do that. When I need to analyze anything, I can't do that. The Excel report which was available, if IT is on leave, he has not updated for a week. So I have been, limited to my old data, which is maybe not relevant for me today. So that was a challenge. So as a layman, what I get now from Tableau is a better form of Excel for me, which is directly connected with my ERP, my CRM, and my HR application, and which is almost updated every 1 hour kind of setting which my IT team have done. Every 1 hour it is giving me a updated information. Whenever I want the report which is available to me, I need to do any changes into that. I want to talk to my data. I want to make some queries out of that. I can do it by myself. I'm a non-IT guy. I'm a sales guy. From a background, I'm an MBA guy. So that's how and now they have given me a further extension I've asked. So they have given me a further extension where I can create my own reports. I have zero dependency on my IT team as far as my MIS are concerned. So that's how we as an organization, I am as a user, have been using Tableau. So that's my experience. So we will talk more on Tableau when we proceed. So I have a Tableau team also, but before we proceed, there are few slides, just few slides, which talks about what Uneecops is all about. So we are basically a 20 years old company. We started our practice in 1996. So we started as a system integrator, and in the year 2007, we moved to a software business. So as of now, we have practices like, we have SAP as one of the practice, we have Tableau Business Analytics another practice, we do web and mobile application development, we have our own application called HR1. So all that we do, I'll talk more on that. As a company, we are about 250 CR turnover company, with more than 450 people are working with us. So if I talk about 450 people, so almost more than half of the people are for business and maybe from a software knowledge. Some of them are ERP experts, some of them are BI experts, some of them are web-based experts. So that's how we are placed. We are CMMI level 3 company. We are also ISO certified company. And then as of now, today we have served more than 1,000 customers across different industry verticals. We are also in panelment with government. We are registered with NICSI. We are registered with all the required government certifications. So that's how we are placed. These are some of the services which we offer. So we are one of the largest partner for SAP B1. We have about 300 plus implementation on SAP B1. Tableau is the next big thing for us. It started 2 years back. In just 2 years span of time, we have about 50 odd customers. I'll share some few of the name where we have already served on Tableau. HR1 is our own developed product, which has about 1 lakh plus users. It's a cloud-based offering. Then we are also delivered web and mobile based application projects. We are also, this is something where we are majorly doing it for government. So we are one of the registered vendor with government and doing a lot of web development for for government. So there are very, very large projects we are doing it for government as far as web and mobility is concerned. So that's how Uneecops is placed in software. Then these are the few customers. These all customers are from Tableau. So these are the customers where we have served for Tableau. So Mankind is one of our biggest customer. Then Global Logic, Mother Dairy, WHO. Then one of our customers is sitting here also, Kama Ayurved. So likewise, these are the customers. Pyramid is another big example. So likewise, these are the few customers where we have already served Tableau. They are utilizing Tableau as a product. They are taking advantages as from this product. And you can see most of them are enterprise customers. Moving next, I have a small quiz from all of you. If somebody can help me out. I would like to know that, I am sure you can, this data is visible to you. Can somebody tell me that how many 9s are there in this data? Anyone? And if you want to come close, you are most welcome to find out. But it's difficult, right? So that's how we look data in today's scenario. So when the ERP reports get generated, it will be a big multiple columns and thousands of rows, and analyzing that data, what you are looking at is really difficult. You can't do that. But if I tell you to find out 9 now, you can easily find out and count also, right? What we have done is just to add a power of visualization. So with the help of power of visualization, we can easily identify that how many 9s are there. So we can find out what exactly we are looking at. We can count also. So that is what is the power of visualization. That is where Tableau helps to the customers or to the business users. Now I would like to call Prashant Kesari from Tableau team, who can probably take it forward for the more about product, their features, what all dashboards are there. So Prashant, please come over. Thank you.
Thanks. I'll switch the mode, right? So I'm audible. Hi, so my name is Prashant Keshari, right? And I work on the customer consulting team of India, right? Why is this not working? Oops. Probably something got messed up, right? So I was looking for my photo. So in the middle there was my photo, right? So again, I work on the customer consulting team of India, right? So for Tableau, what I do is I help people see and understand data. That is what my company's mission is, and I help people use the data, learn the product, and then do data analysis on top of their data, right? So I help people adopt the technology so that they can bring out insights from their data set. A fun fact, basically, I was trying to put that was I'm basically very much social active. I like to hop around around the NCR region. Social, okay, so I love gymming, yes. So what I do is basically every day I try to make a promise to myself saying, yes, I want to go to gym tomorrow morning, but that morning never happens, right? That is what I typically do. The reason I came back, basically I came to Tableau was I love data, right? So data is the reason basically which has actually brought me to work with the best organization, which I feel that is Tableau, right? So what we are going to do for next half an hour is to understand what data means to us and what we can do with our data set, right? So again, data resides across your organization also. How can we make the data which is present within your enterprise valuable so that we can make decisions on top of that, right? Because data is actually meant for making decisions. Data brings out facts, and facts are helps you make decisions on top of that. Now let's start with the analogy, right? So this analogy actually came up last year. So economists actually post up a article saying the next fuel across the globe is is not oil, it's not even gold, it's data, right. Now data is exploding, right, data is getting generated every second, and the volume of data which is getting every second, like Prajesh said, we get starting from a GB of data till 50 GB of data every day, right. Now what it actually means to us, right, yes, we are generating data, but how are we making basically creating value out of that is what we are going to explore. But before that, if you look for a specific the companies which I mentioned, which are Google, Facebook, or for that matter Flipkart in India's context, what are they actually doing? If we think about the business context of these organizations, they are actually collecting data from us. They know what we like, what we dislike, our interest, and they collect the data, they make it so meaningful and so enriched that they create money or business out of that, right. Now how are they doing it? They are typically doing it via analytics, right. They are following a set of processes which helps them create value from their data set, right. Now when we say what is analytics, right, if we ask somebody what analytics means to us, people would actually say, okay, so analytics typically means artificial intelligence or machine learning, right, or for that matter predictive analytics, predictive modeling. But for me or for us, basically what analytics means to us is a process of understanding. If you understand your data, right, although you are following a set of processes to understand the data, but if you understand the data, is where your analytics lies, right. And how do you understand your data? Understanding your data actually starts from asking questions, right. So who should ask those questions, right? The question should be asked by us, right. The benefit which we get when we ask questions is basically if we have the right set of infrastructure, which is data in one place, you have the right set of products, and when we have a set of questions, probably will make the entire analytics journey successful, right. As we said, analytics journey actually starts from people who has questions, right, because questions actually brings out facts, and facts helps you take decisions on top of that, right. So we should always concentrate about who are the people who are supposed to take decisions, right, who has data. Now when we have identified the people who are supposed to take decisions, we tend to finalize where is the data structure, right, and then at the last we think about tools or the products or the algorithms or the platform where you can answer those questions, right. This is what we are going to explore now today. I'll help you show, basically I'll pick up a use case, a very relevant one within your business scenario, and we'll see how Tableau can add value to that, right. Before that, for us within my organization, people is the core for Tableau, and the mission actually starts with we help people see and understand data, right. People can be anybody, right, people can be anybody who has questions. Now data can actually reside across any of the data platform like SAP or any of the SQL or NoSQL databases, right. And when we bring out those data set onto a platform which is Tableau, Tableau helps you visualize your data, right. As Brajesh just showed you a slide which has a huge set of numbers, rows and columns, and when you visualize that data into a color format or a shape format, you get more questions on top of that. That is what we are going to explore now on Tableau's platform, right. So what I'll do is I'll pick up a use case which says basically so I'll pick up a business scenario, right. This happens, right, when we have data set, basically my organization CFO has asked me for a brief summary of two organizations which he owns or basically he manages, right. So he wants a summary very quickly because you have to take decisions on top of that, right. Now we have two factors, we have data sitting across multiple platforms, he is looking for a quick information, right. So he is looking for a platform which can very easily and quickly bring out the information for him, right. So that is what we are going to explore now on Tableau, right. I'll switch the slide, and the journey will actually start from Tableau Prep. Is it okay? right. So, this is Tableau prep, right. What Tableau, so if I start with the analytics journey, it starts with you collect your data, right, data from multiple sources, you clean it to an extent, you clean, polish or massage your data before you can do your data analysis or before you go into the data analytics journey, right. Now, Tableau Prep is the latest product offering from Tableau. This is the youngest product which we have just launched. It allows you to bring out data from all these sources, prepare your data before you can go ahead with the analysis, right. Now, this is how it looks like, right. So, I will very quickly, if I click on connect data, Tableau lists out from the data sources from where you can bring out the data. In my case, I have two organizations, one is Supply Max, which my company or basically my CFO manages, the other store is Superstore, right. Now, what I will do is I will club these two data sets. So, basically I will bring it on Tableau and do data cleansing before I can go for data exploration journey. So, since my data resides on a text file or a CSV file, I will bring out the data straightly on Tableau. And as soon as I bring that data on Tableau, right, which was a CSV file, Tableau very quickly scans your data set. It says these are the set of column headers which exist in your data set, right. Now, what I can do on top of that is I can add a step. So, this step will be cleaning step of your data set. As soon as I bring a step into the data platform, what you see is a profile window. Tableau very quickly profiles your data set and it says these are your outliers, right. So, it says within your ship mode you have different modes of shipping your data. Within segment you have these three segments, right. It gives you a visual format of your data set on Tableau Prep. Now, if you start clicking any of these regions, right, if you click on consumer, Tableau gives you a visual cue and it helps you understand for consumers, which is one of the business segments, Uttar Pradesh is where he has done maximum business, right. It gives you a visual cue of that. Now, if we go back and see shipping cost, which appears to be in a negative, it appears to be an outlier, right. If I click on that, it says I have done a business which has a shipping cost of -100. Now, typically within our business, shipping cost can never go to -100, right. So, I need to verify what is the exact reason towards it. So, as soon as I click on that particular section of data, Tableau says on the bottom, the data profile window is where it says these are the order IDs which you have processed, right. So, it appears to be all the orders were processed from a particular order, which is wrong, right, because I do not offer that order altogether within my product offerings. So, what I can do very quickly is I can exclude the data set and that entire segment of data will move out from my analysis. Now, within my data set I can see there are first class, same, second class kind of string, right. So, it appears to be same strings within my data set. So, what I can do very quickly is I can use the native feature of Tableau which uses a algorithm and it clubs the similar strings into a single column, right. Now, after cleaning this data set which is Supply Max data set, I will bring out the other data, other organization data which is Sales Superstore, which again resides on a text file, right. When I bring that out, Tableau has very smartly colored both two data sets. I will just say union, right. Union adds your data one below the other, right. As soon as I click on that, Tableau says I have few columns of data existing within both the data sets which are not matching. When I was doing append one below the other, Tableau says few data columns are not matching. So, what can I do with that is, since I know my data set, I will bring out region to company, I will bring out quantity to unit sold, and I have very quickly taken out all the unmismatched field, right. So, I have very quickly clubbed out the mismatched fields. Now, what I can do is I can bring out the third data set which is my master data, right. Now, what master data contains or basically holds for me is all the orders or basically all the products which I am selling, right, which basically means I want to verify if all the transactions which has happened are for the valid product IDs. In that case, I will bring out my master data which resides on Excel file, right. So, this time I am bringing a data from a new data source. This time it is a Excel file and I will do a join. Now, what join does for you is it allows you to join both the data sets into a single layer, right, and it says there are few columns within my data set, there are few transactions, right, which is not matching as per my product offerings, which are my product IDs, right. When I click on that, Tableau says there are 10 transactions for which my data sets are not matching, and the reason is there are a few products where the product ID has been entered wrongly, right. This happens within our infrastructure also, within our business, where somebody has entered the wrong data set, that is like mistakenly entering the wrong data. So, I can very quickly clean the same data here itself, right. When I click on that, Tableau is recording my data and it is storing into the database for me. Now, from here what I can do is I can very quickly take the final data for my data analytics journey, right, data exploration journey. I will click on it and Tableau is preparing the data, and Tableau is bringing the same data on Tableau desktop, which is the visual analytics platform. And this is what Tableau desktop helps you is it again allows you to bring out data from multiple sources, and it helps you analyze your data, right. So, as we have prepared the data on Tableau prep, right, now I can start analyzing my data, right. So, analyzing always starts with a question. So, as my CFO has asked for a quick summary of how his business is doing across both the organizations. So, I will start with a question saying my CFO would be more than interested in understanding total revenue he has generated, right. So, I will click on sales and Tableau says he has done, basically our business has done around 36,000 lakhs of revenue. I can add more context to it, because now I know the total revenue I have generated. I can add more context towards it, which is categories and product subcategories, right, and make it an entire view, and I can bring out segment to make it more complex, right. Now, this view actually tells me across within my entire data set for each product category and each subcategory what is the total revenue I am collecting from every business segment. I can quickly sort it out for a visual understanding of the data set, and I can add more context by adding profit, right. Now, the length of the bar is actually telling the total revenue I have generated, and the color is telling you the total profit you have generated, right. Now, darker the orange shade, less the profit we have taken from those regions. You will see tables is where tables for consumer is where the organization has not done business, right. So, this is one of the findings which is very critical for my CFO, right. What I can do is I can store this for my analysis further, and I can go to a new sheet. Now, this sheet would be, since I am doing basically my organization is doing business across the country, I will bring out a geo analysis information for my CFO, right. So, I will bring out my city data set and Tableau automatically gives me a map, right. So, I do not have to integrate with any other GIS layers to bring out a map on Tableau. If you have city state columns, city states or pin code within your data set, you can easily get a map on Tableau, right. Now, every data mark is where you have done business. Let us decrease the size of the marks so that it is more visible, right. Now, after seeing this map, probably I will get a new question saying which particular region is giving you more revenue. So, I will bring out sales to the shelf. Now, every data mark has been categorized based on the size, right. Let us increase the size for a bit, right. Now, I can easily point out Andaman Nicobar is doing good business, few regions in the eastern region has done good business. I can, since revenue is never complete until you add profit to it. So, I will add profit to the colors. Now, you can very easily point out orange more the red is the region where you have collected less profit, right. Now, few regions in the central India, which is Bhopal and Adilabad has not done good business with respect to total profit, right, which is again critical for my business. So, I will just say this is geo analysis. I will move to the third sheet, and what I will do is I will bring out all my customers onto the data shelf and do a data analysis. Basically, my question is I want to figure out which customer is taking away all my profit or all my sales, right. For that region, for that particular question, I will bring out my sales, I will bring out my profit, and I will bring all my customers to the data shelf. Let us just swap the axis. Now, every data mark is single customers, right. Now, you will see we have few outliers at the bottom who has taken away good amount of profit from our business. Let us categorize them based on segments to make it more appealing or visible. When I click on consumers, it appears to be most of the consumer who has taken away our profit from the business are actually belongs to consumer segment, right. So, these are the key business questions which typically are basically these are the information which our leadership team expects to take decisions on top of that, right. Now, I will just say this is customer analysis. I will move to a new sheet very quickly and create a summary for my management team, right. So, I will bring out my measure names. Since I do not need a number of records, I will order all my offerings, sales and profit. Let us bring units sold to the third part, and this is a brief summary or the absolute number. What I will do is, since I have created 4 different questions, let us bind all these 4 questions into a single sheet, right, which is a dashboard on Tableau. So, I will bring out the map, the map, the next sheet, the customer analysis and the summary which we have just created, right. Let us very quickly make the size, hide the table. I do not need legends, so I can take away the legends also, right. Let us make it automatic and make the map as interactive, give more space to this person. Let us make map as interactive and go back basically go back to a full screen, right. Now, what you can do here is, if I hover over any of the data points, I get context toward those data points, is where right now I am hovering over Alvar. Alvar has given me total sales of this particular number, the total profit from that particular region, right. Now, if I click on that region, Tableau filters out your relative data sets, right. It gives you a complete picture now, which basically means within Alvar corporate segments, corporate customers are the outliers, right, or the negative contributors. Parallelly, the absolute number which tells you the total profit, total revenue, and the customer analysis for that, right. So, since I have created this on my local machine, I can share the same to my organization. Sharing actually happens either on Tableau server or Tableau online, which is our own cloud offering, right. So, Tableau server or Tableau online is meant for sharing and collaboration purpose. I will very quickly publish this to my local server which sits on my machine, right. I have logged in, I will just say publish, and let us say CFO analysis. Oops. This one, okay. Something is going wrong on my machine, right. So, let me just retry it. I just change the folder. Seems like there is some issue with my local server. Let me just bring out how a local server looks like, right. So, this is how your Tableau server looks like. So, it's a browser based application. Every user will have their own credentials. So, I will log in here as admin, that is the user which I have created, and here you will have access to all the dashboards, right. So, I will use one of the pre-created dashboards, already built dashboards. And you will see the same interactivity which you create on Tableau desktop, right, which basically means if I hover over any of the data points, it gives you more information on top of that, right. On top of that, you have flexibility of using filters, right, as you define on Tableau, as you define on your underlying dashboards. What a user can do on top of that, he can build his own analysis on Tableau server, right, which basically means my team has given me this report, but I want few other KPIs on top of this, right. In that scenario, I can edit the same dashboard and I can, and what you will get when you edit the same dashboard, what you get is a similar window which you just saw on Tableau desktop, right? Now here you can add your own question saying I want category wise total salary, which is base salary, right? So keep on that, and since seems to be every category has got the same numbers, right? I'll just say don't save for the moment. On top of this, what we have is, since you get this dashboard, this is already prepared, you can create an automation on top of that, which basically means as soon as your data changes on the background, the updated data gets reflected on the dashboard, right? On top of this, what we have is subscription, which basically means as soon as the data changes, as soon as the data gets refreshed, you get a copy of that on your email box also, right? That is one of the features which our end user can use. Comments is one of the key features available on Tableau server, which basically means if I have found something good within, or basically a particular information which I want to share with my team members, who has access on Tableau server, I can highlight that particular data point, take a snip of it, and I can share with, since I don't have any users at the moment, this was, and you can publish it, right? So you can use this as a chat window within your published data sources or published reports. So this is what we have, right? So we started from a journey of how analytics means to us. Analytics always starts with a question, right? And the question actually takes away with a proper platform, right? So what we did just now was we took our data sets which actually spans across different data sources. We use Tableau Prep to clean our data, right, and massage our data, because that is a most critical task on the analytics journey. After cleaning the data, right, since Tableau Prep is very tightly aligned with Tableau's platform, you get a Tableau data extract file which can easily be consumed on Tableau desktop, and desktop is where we built analysis or analyzed our data. Tableau server is where consumer logs in and he can access any of the reports or dashboards he has access to, right. So this is what we have. I would encourage you to download a free trial of Tableau desktop or Tableau Prep. Use your data set, do your analysis, and explore how Tableau journeys, you can use Tableau journey on your data set, right. So after me, I have Abhishek, who is going to show you few pre-built use cases which can be pretty useful within your business, right. So Abhishek, over to you.
So thanks a lot, Prashant, for giving a brief of Tableau. So now we'll be showing you certain dashboards which we have built for different customers and different verticals of organizations, and so we'll be starting with certain dashboards. So I guess Abhishek would be able to explain you, and I'll be able to tell you that what all dashboards we have built for.
So good evening. So yeah, so Prashant has already explained you like how easy you can create your own dashboards and how easy you can publish the same for your entire organization, so that your organization can consume whatever you have created or anybody has created. So you can ask the questions from your data itself, and you can get the answer from the data itself in the form of dashboards and all. So these are some set of dashboards which as a Uneecops we have created for some of the customers by using Tableau. So these set of dashboards may be useful for some of the vertical like FMCG, could be like retail industry, could be like the people who are into marketing segment, the people who are into, let's say, who are searching for some kind of predictive modeling, predictive analysis, what if analysis and all. So these are the set of dashboards from which you can correlate your own data story, right. So I'll first of all explain this first dashboard, which is executive summary. So this dashboard is primarily for the CXOs and CFOs and all. So let's say somebody wants to understand what is happening with respect to their whole company itself on a top level. So if you just see here, so these all are segments, actually the KPI segments. So if you see here, this segment is called total revenue. So and this segment, if you see here, this is a filter segment. Siddhant, can you just open
sure.
it? Yeah, just click. So this is a filter segment. So you can always understand till what particular date, what has happened to your set of business, what is happening for your business for till that particular set of date. So let's say I have taken any separate date, just make it 20. Yeah. So I have taken this 20th of December 2017. So if you see, this revenue segment is showing me the total set of revenue what I have done till that particular time, till that particular date. And if you just see this, this is your MTD, QTD and YTD segment, which is again a kind of KPI. So if you move your cursor to MTD, you will come to know what has happened till month till date revenue what I have done, and the last month till date what exactly you have done, and the kind of plus or minus you have done with respect to your MTD versus last month till date. So I hope you can correlate like things. So whenever you are on Excel, you have to compute the same, and either you have to create some sort of like analytics over Excel or something, any sort of tool or something, so that you are just creating an understanding. So if you see here, by just moving your cursor, you can understand what has happened till month date with respect to your last month till date, and what is the plus minus you have done for this month versus last month. So similar concept is there for QTD. So this indicator is always, if it is down, it will be red. If it is up, it will be green. So if you see here, same for QTD. So QTD has been up by 31% around. Same for YTD. So this is a kind of KPI segments which is being like shown here to compare your last or previous month, quarter or financial year KPI. And if you see here, parallel to that, these are two segments which are coming, like two trends which are parallelly running with respect to these like KPIs. What is that exactly? So this is your financial year, current financial year and your previous financial year, right? So you can always understand your anybody who is in like on a management side or somebody, so they can easily understand what has been happening on month basis with respect to my business, with respect to revenue, right? And then what is just make it big. Don't click it. Yeah. Yeah. So see here, so this is like from April till June, what is happening for my current financial year till that whatever moment actually the data would be, and then what has happened with respect to month on month performance for my revenue segment, right, for last financial year. Now same thing is happening here in account receivable segment. If you see, same MTD versus last month till date, QTD versus last quarter, YTD versus last year, and then parallel to that this two financial year comparison month on month basis is being standing here. So anybody just have a they'll get a look and understand what is happening with respect to their revenue, account receivable, working capital, purchase, payable, expense, inventory, month on month inventory, their cash flow or gross profit. So on a CXO mode or a CFO mode or might be on a top management mode, they can easily see this dashboard and they can understand, in spite of looking different set of different Excel reports or MIS report, they can see here itself that okay, what has happened to my exact business till that particular time, till that particular date, right? So I'll just quickly move to the next one. Yeah, so this is again something related to sales, like so there are some set of KPIs which is being available here as a form of comparison, so you can always understand till day versus last day. Some people may want to understand what they have done for till day versus last day, and what is the plus minus is being done with respect to last day versus till day. So this is same segment, invoice, collection, outstanding, till day versus last day. If you see here, now this segment is called amount distribution. So distribution in the sense, what is your net amount month on month basis or day by day basis or might be year on year basis, whatever could be the dimension is, collection and outstanding. So if you see, this segment is called, this is the total revenue you have done for this particular day, this is the total collection, this is the outstanding. So if you move your cursor to any bar, yeah, you will come to know what exactly is being done for that particular day or for that particular month itself. Like what is the total revenue, what is the outstanding, what is the collection trend, what is happening, and what is the amount is being left out. So this segment is your distribution among for revenue, outstanding and collection. And then these are all set of filters, like you can always understand what has happened to your store, what has happened to your plant, what has happened to your business units and all. So these are all set of filters. So again, same section is being placed here. So this is again user wise what exactly has been done. In anyone's cases it could be salesperson wise, what has happened with respect to your salesperson, month on month basis, day by day basis, what has been happening, right. So this segment is called top store. So every company might, because they want to understand what is their top 10, top 20, top 10, top 30 or top n performing customers, performing let's say vendors, or might be in any business entities. So this segment is being shown here just to cover that section. So if you see here, you can always put like I want top 10 based on revenue, I want top 20, 30, you just have to just move this cursor and you can understand what is my top 10, 20, 30 customers or stores, or could be your plant or business unit itself. You can always change your measure from net amount to collection also. Like so you just correlate the same. How easy to just change the measure, like you can always understand what is happening with respect to my total top 10, 20, 30 customers or might be stores. But suddenly I want to change it to like what are my top 10 outstanding peoples. Just change the, see, outstanding.
Yes, sir.
So let's say I have changed this measure as a outstanding, so you can understand these are your top 10, 20, 30 customers, business units, stores and all. So based on outstanding, what has happened exactly. So just see how easy to just change the dimension, change the measure, so that you can understand what has happened with respect to my total revenue versus collection or outstanding, right. So I'll just quickly move to the next dashboard. These are all same things, area wise, outstanding and other things. Move next. Yeah, so this is again very interesting dashboard. Let's say some sales head or some salesperson wants to understand what is being done till date by himself, and let's say so any sales head wants to review his sales people and all. So what they will do? So this is again, if you have observed the same, the similar concept is there, like we have picked from executive summary, same concept is there till date. Don't change it. So this is till date, what has happened exactly. So this is your gross profit, MTD. If you move your cursor here, so you will come to know what is my gross profit MTD versus gross profit last month till date, and what is the plus minus I have done with respect to my gross profit last month. Same for QTD, YTD. Now if you see here, this comparison is also there, like what you have done for gross profit and what you have done for your revenue segment also. So here if you just see this dummy data, I'll come to know easily that my revenue has been dipped by 60% with respect to last month, and my gross profit has been dipped by 85% with respect to last month. So these are set of KPIs which you can create in dashboards. So now this segment, I guess it's clear, so I'll explain this one, which is again a financial year wise breakup. So every company wants to understand what has happened with which financial year, what is financial year wise comparison, what has happened with respect to that financial year month on month basis. So if you see, so these set of 3 financial years are being placed here. Again the color concept, color palette. So if you see the dark the color, the more the revenue earning year, financial year. So let's say this is my topmost revenue earning financial year. I just want to understand what I have done good or what I have done bad for this financial year itself. Just click on the same. Yeah, so let's say I have clicked on 17-18. So what has happened? This is the summary value I have done for financial year 17-18. Now this is month on month analysis which is being placed here. So from April till March, I have exactly I have done for 17-18 financial year. So easily somebody can understand on March itself I have booked the more revenue as compared to other months, right. So let's say further I want to just bifurcate, let's say these are your very light color legends for this particular month. So I want to understand what has been happened for this particular month itself. Just click on the same. So you will come to know further more drill down capacity. So again for July month, this is your calendar concept. So this is your calendar wise revenue from 1st of July till 31st of July. You can easily track in a single dashboard starting from your till date gross profit, financial year wise revenue and all, then month wise, then day wise, and then this segment is called your trend also for month on month trend, right. So now this again going to the very bottom level starting from financial year, let's say in a single dashboard. Why I have shown this? Because This is again starting from financial year and going to the invoice level itself. So this is again a kind of groups. If I will break this group, break it, click, click.
Done.
Yeah. So now this can be break to the customer level. So customer wise, invoice, sale, what is the credit invoice and all what I have done, returns and all. So again if you break it to more, so customer could be break to item level, item could be break to price level, right, and price could be break to your invoice level also. So the purpose to show this dashboard is you have started from financial year, you have gone to the month on month basis, you have again gone to the day basis, comparison or trend for that day with respect to last month or last year or something. Then again you have gone to the invoice level also, for which customer you have done what exactly in a single set of dashboard. Now this again segment, like I said in a previous this thing, so you can always see this dashboard with respect to customer, you can always see this dashboard with respect to your sales people, you can always see this dashboard with respect to different set of filters like item wise, group wise, or anything, whatever could be your filtration in your business criteria, right. So again this is again a kind of permutation combination. This is exactly something like the picking the data and then comparing the same with any financial year. Let's say this is the financial year I have picked, like any financial year I have picked, I want to compare the same with any financial year. So this is your month on month basis financial year comparison for revenue. This segment again based on customer you can do this comparison, based on item group you can do this comparison. Now this segment is again for any financial year I want my top customers by what profit. So these could be the set of top 10, 20, 30 whatever you will pick here, set of customers by profit, by items by profit for any financial year, for all financial year, could be anything. Let's say I will change it to revenue. So see the power. So based on different set of parameters Tableau can compute the same. Like right now you are in the profitable segment, now you have moved the same to the revenue segment. So this revenue segment if you see, so again now my top customers by revenue, top items by revenue, right. Again there are very different set of dashboards are there. These are sale order analysis by which you can track your sale order, open sale orders, close sale orders, what is the aging of that sale order which is being open, your top item sale order, top and item sale order which are being open, your top customer sale order which are being opened by what exactly aging it is being open and all. So these set of things you can track. So I will not go very deep into it, I will just show you one more dashboard which is very interesting. So this is again purchase order, purchase comparison. Now this is let's say account payable. So this is for finance people. This is really very helpful. So let's say somebody wants to understand what is my payable for any particular month, for any financial year, till date, till whatever time it could be. So this is again for fiscal year, what exactly is the outstanding is there for vendor, and then what is the month on month outstanding. Again everything is clickable here, so that you can go one more level of drill down with respect to that filtration, right. So this is again your vendor wise amount paid versus outstanding. Like Prashant has already explained, like outliers concept. So outliers are very powerful, so that you can easily understand from the data itself what are my outliers which are lying somewhere on a positive side or might be on a negative side itself, right. So here you can see just by going your cursor to this place, you can easily say this is to be paid. So if you move your cursor to this point, this one, so this is my vendor whose outstanding is topmost. For any year or month I will select, based on that it will get filter also, right. So again your top vendors by outstanding, what is the aging of that vendors, and also in a single dashboard itself you can always track your complete AP, account payable. Same way you can track your account receivables also. This is for account receivable, almost similar concept, customer aging, what is the collection I have done, what is my outstanding with respect to customer on customer basis, what are my top customers by outstanding, what are my top sales people by outstanding, right. So this is again a set of KPIs which is being mixed in a form of dashboard, so that you can understand. So this is the power of dashboard. You can always have different set of KPI in a single platform, so that you don't have to go on a different set of reports to consume the same. Because many times it may happen that if you are consuming any reports, the error could arise, because that is a manual intervention altogether. Somebody is creating reports for somebody. That is what we are doing in a day itself. Correct me if I am wrong. So everybody is creating report for somebody. Everyone. Like either we are doing it for ourselves. So this is something, if we will do this set of things like level of analytics, then we can easily consume the same by ourselves, and the people who are consuming externally also can consume the same on a very easy manner. So, so again, this is the expense, it's your trial or something. You can always break your financial year wise expense, quarter wise, month wise, what exactly is your expense trend, actual, running total, running average, moving average, plus let us say this is your bifurcation of cost, what you have done for any financial year. You can break the same cost from starting from your chart of accounts till your head level also, right. So just imagine whenever somebody asks from finance team, you are just, so I need this, why it has been happened for this particular month, why the cost has been raised or something like this, any sort of questions which a finance team is asking from sales, or might be sales is asking from finance. So if you see here, just by just breaking up, you can easily understand. So this is again a head. If you break the same, you will easily come to know this is happening with respect to my this subheads, this again to the next level of heads. So this breaking, and based on your different set of selections or drill down, you can compute and go to that particular instance where the problem is being arrived, right. Now this is again profit dashboard. Some finance people may be very keen to know the same. So again, this is financial year wise profit trend, quarter on quarter basis, month on month basis. So quarter can be broken into month, just break the same into month. So see this, now see, financial year wise, total financial year was in profit. This is just to show you a broader perspective. So if I break this financial year now this particular month was a negative profitable month for me. Now this is something, whenever you go very deep into data, then only you will be able to understand what is happening with my data, right. So these are some set of things actually which you can correlate and create for the purpose of like analytics and going deep into the data segment. Let's say this is again inventory, some warehouse peoples and all might be. So this is again inventory analysis. I want to understand till date what inventory I am holding as of now, what is the value of that inventory, what is my warehouse wise inventory, could be store wise inventory, what could be my item wise inventory, what could be my SKU wise inventory, and then committed quantity, what is the quantity I have committed in the form of sale order and all, with respect to what date it is. Let us say I want to pick the same till date. Same here, this is the running inventory trend, this is the aging, inventory aging. Now this segment is called your inventory movement analysis, which is something like, let's say I have clicked on any networking product, let's say, just click on this, any networking products, item group, not like this, sorry. So let's say I have clicked on this segment, I want to understand what is the running trend, what is the inventory is being lying here in my warehouses, and by what aging this inventory is lying, then what is my movement of that particular inventory segment, could be this. This is again a sale, so you can understand, just go down, a bit down, sorry, don't click it, down. So if you see here, this is month on month basis, what is the movement of that inventory, either in the form of sales, either in the form of inventory transfer to your separate set of warehouse or something, anything, any business scenario. So this is the movement of that particular inventory on month basis, so that anybody who is planning the section, they can understand if that particular set of inventory is piling up. So what is the trend of the inventory movement also, so that if that is again piling up, so I need to understand why it is being piled up and whether the same could be in the movement segment or not. So this is again overall position, organization position, in which you can get your future remittance by customer, by vendor, aging, total inventory lying in warehouse and all. Okay, so yeah, so this is again a bit interesting dashboard. So this is a scorecard. So let's say sales people are being so they're reviewed on like on every quarter basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. So anybody can review the salesperson performance based on certain parameters. Let's say, so this parameter we have picked here like outstanding and revenue. So I have picked this outstanding, and then these are all my salespeople with respect to my company itself. Let's say, if you see here, there are two set of bands I have put it here. So that is something like lower band and upper band. What is that this concept it is? So this is something, the people's outstanding, the salespeople whose outstanding is less than 12.32% would be acted as a good salespeople. The salespeople whose outstanding is in between 12 to 25% would be acted as a average salespeople. And the salespeople whose outstanding is more than 25% would be acted as a bad or poor salespeople for my company itself. So this criteria I can change any time, so that I can understand the people, the salespeople, I can decide the incentives and all stuff actually, so that which segment of the salespeople are on good category, bad category or poor category or mixed category. So this is, if you see, I'll move, let's say I'll take this example of, let's say this person 30%. If you just move this 25 to 30 around, just so I've just moved this parameter, so you can easily understand this person gets in a medium segment or average salesperson. I want to further track this salesperson activity on monthly basis, what exactly sales he has done, what is the outstanding, what is the collection is being done. So I just need to click on the same, just click anything, yeah. So let's say I've clicked on any salesperson, so you understand, so this is again his total target versus achievement versus his target, sales, collection, outstanding and other trends. So I can, in a single dashboard, I can compute the salesperson's performance exactly. I'll go to the next. So this is again scorecard, your month on month basis, customer wise scorecards and all, you can generate it. So this is sales opportunity related things actually, the many people might be interested in how many opportunity I have done. So this is again integrated with SFDC, Salesforce and all. So whatever opportunity people are logging in their own CRM systems and all, so Tableau can integrate with, parallel to your ERP system, Tableau can integrate with the CRM system as well. So that your whatever opportunity sales people are logging, whatever meetings and everything they are doing, and the kind of revenue or collection and outstanding they are being doing in the ERP itself, so Tableau can combine both things together. So this is again service industry, service segment, how many tickets are open, close and all. So I'll quickly move. Yeah. Yeah, so this is again something which is related to production, so manufacturing. So if you see here, so this is again a kind of like manufacturing segment. So many people would be interested in manufacturing. So what exactly manufactured quantity, rejection quantity, process, wastage I am doing. What is my process wise manufactured or might be rejected. I have taken here rejected. In any business scenario, it could be different set of quantities, why they are getting manufactured, why rejected and all. So many other things would be in place. So I have taken manufactured versus rejected process wise, plus your machine wise rejected quantity or manufactured quantity. So this is again a kind of parametric control. So you can always change, like from I want to track rejection, I want to track manufacturing, I want to track semi-finish or anything. So you just have to change your parameter, it will give you that desired result. So this is again machine wise, this is your production comparison for financial year. You can always select any machine, you can always track for that particular machine what is the manufactured quantity versus your rejection quantity is been happening. Similarly, sales order, work order wise your production, machine cost, labor cost and all. So you can track almost everything related to production in a single set of dashboard, right? So this is again operating profit and all, loss sort of a thing. Daily wise you can track your operation wise profit and loss trends and all, what is happening with respect to your production order, work orders and all. So I'll quickly go to the one what if analysis, so that yeah, so this is cost
contribution.
Yeah. So there are two set of what if analysis I have put it in the deck itself. So there are multiple set of predictive analysis, what if analysis can be possible in Tableau. because Tableau is master in the same itself. Because parametric control is very powerful, so that you can always define your predictive modeling, predictive analysis, what if analysis. So if you see this dashboard, this is something like I want to analyze like I have the average days to close a sale order, which with respect to any work order or any quantities production order is this much. Let's say I want to further reduce the same, let's say this order is on priority basis, I want to reduce the number of days with respect to SLAs and all. So these are number of processes is been happening to create that work order or production order for that sale order. So these are set of different processes. What is the SLA is been fixed to do that process for a X quantity work order or production order, and what I have done for my last work order with similar quantity, right. So this segment is that, and if you see here what is the average change I am doing from SLA for my last work order or production order. So now I want to do some sort of like mechanism over here, so that my things get increased, like I want to reduce my estimation days for, let's say, from 10 to let's say 7 or 8. So what I will do, I will just understand, so these are the peoples. So I have taken this as a like manpower planning for a shift wise for any manufacturing unit. So these are the people who are associated with these processes, and every manpower, either it could be external or internal, has a cost involved. So let's say I want to understand how, so this is my pain area for this process, my SLA is not getting touched. So I just want to make one more manpower here, so that let's see what will happen to my SLA. Just change it. Sorry. So let's say I have changed the same, still I am not able to beat my SLA, although my sale order is being computed in 9.4 days, my work order or production order is being completed in 9.4 days itself. Let's say I further want to change the same. Yeah, so let's say I have changed to 7, so something like I have the variance, like I am beating it up, and plus on a plus side I am beating like 0.75 percentile, 0.75 days or whatever hours it could be. So see, my estimation days of computation is this much. Now what will happen? See, I have increased my manpower, but definitely it will impact on my cost also. So this is your cost benefit analysis with respect to if you move your manpower from any place. So every manpower has a X cost. So what is the operational profit and sale value with respect to your operational profit? Will it increase or decrease if you will move your sale order estimation closure time from 10 to 8? What would be the impact exactly? So this we call as a kind of what if analysis. You can always define the different set of parameters, and you can compute your manufacturing or could be inventory or something like this. So that's it from our side. So there are different set of other what if and all things are available with us. So anybody who would be interested can always come to us.
Yeah, so thanks Abhishek. So Abhishek is one of our very passionate guy about Tableau. He has delivered almost 50 projects from our Uneecops site, and he is the one who has developed all these dashboards along with, of course, with the help of his team. So any question on this? Yeah, please sir. Can we have a mic? Yeah, please. I would request Prashant also to come on the stage.
Yeah, indeed, it's a very good tool. I saw that. And
thanks.
Most of the analysis which you're doing is on the data which you're feeding it to your Tableau and all. How it is going to cater when you have something which is futuristic, like you have a sales target of Q1 and on that predictive analysis it does the Q2, Q3 which management wanted to look at, or from a manufacturing perspective. So whatever you're doing, it is on the analysis which you have done in the year. What about if today I am this is what I am going to see in the Q2, Q3, Q4 or QTD or YTD. So how is your tool? Is we going to do, can we do it online on your tool, or we have to give a feedback from any of the worksheets and all?
So first of all, this is not the data which you have feed it into Tableau.
Okay.
It's like connected with ERP. We have saved it in the system for the demo purpose. Otherwise, it can always online connected with any ERP or any data source. And from there, it gets refreshed at a periodical way.
So the purpose is you don't have to store any database in Tableau. So Tableau can connect to your own data sets which are already residing in your premises or might be on cloud itself. So that is the very like USP of Tableau. So Tableau can connect to those databases and can get these things delivered to you.
Now, your next question was related to your trends, maybe your
That's right,
sales
that's right.
trend based pay. You so
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't
So
get
they
this
have a
question.
question like, so today you have a data of let's say Q1 and Q2. So how it will perform in Q3 and Q4 based on the sales trend?
So I'll tell you. So Tableau is having an inbuilt algorithm which is exponential smoothing. So that algorithms can help you out by creation of your next let's say quarter or financial year forecast also. So that is again a forecast model which Tableau has inbuilt in place. The second thing is, let's say that although that model is being adopted by many of the FMCG or might be manufacturing companies itself, they are doing the same on exponential smoothing basis. But let's say you want something else to be done in Tableau. So the beauty is like Tableau can integrate with any of your data science language called Python or R. So any like R is having a different set of forecast model in place. Python is having a different set of forecast model, predictive modeling in place, like clustering model, k-means clustering and all. Like people are following k-means clustering these days a lot, just because they want to just create a kind of gap in the data so that they can understand and analyze what is going to happen with respect to any cluster for my next financial year, right? So you can always integrate Tableau with R or Python anytime to get these packages workable in Tableau.
So any
Yeah.
question? Yeah, please.
Is there any way to integrate this with the industry data for predictive analysis for beating the competition?
So when you say industry data, so what set of data you are
Say,
talking?
say I take example of cement manufacturers.
Mhm.
Okay, we all they will have a set of historical data. How they'll perform on various meters. Do you have some predictive into future way?
So if you have any data source, let's say some government
this one you
website.
said is with integration with ERP for internal data.
Yes.
So you have what is already what we call historical data. You'll be able to do that.
Right.
What about with industry data? Because most of the
So
time we are
if we
concerned
have
with
any
industry
source,
data.
if we have any source where
Yes,
the industry
sources are
data is
available today.
available, and we get an API or connectors where we can get that, so that possibility is very much there. We can do that.
So, like-
I can give you example, like there are many customers want that the dollar rate, for example. Dollar rate fluctuates a lot.
Yes.
So they want that the
For
the
hedging.
data gets automatically populated to Tableau and they'll get a real time information. So that's one example of industry data.
Can you show some live example for data for dollar versus,
As
because
of
dollar
now, it's
is
not-
today impacting various currencies, not only
That's why I've taken that example.
not only the Indian rupee, it is affecting Australia, Canada, and it is difficult to understand
Absolutely.
why
Rightly
why
said.
it is
It's-
impacting in what measure.
It's not there as of now,
So-
but that possibility is
I-
there.
Yeah,
We can,
yeah, yeah.
Because
we can
mostly for international firms having
all export
international
import customers,
exposure,
sir, that is very much
for
required.
them it is a key ingredient. for
Absolutely.
it.
So all that is possible. We
See,
can,
whatever
we can have,
data, sir, whatever data is frequently available in the resource itself. Like let's say you said we have taken example of dollar to rupee conversion. So the impact could be on Australian dollar also, could be German currency also. But let's say what exactly you want to see. Exactly. So let's say you want to see what is happening with respect to dollar rate what is the impact on my business itself. So then in that case Tableau can help you out. So this is again an open thing. So you can always understand what is the current rate of dollar. So that API you can integrate with Tableau so that anytime you can understand what is the impact of dollar rate yesterday with respect to dollar rate today. So this is just an use case example to just answer your question.
And also with respect to different currencies as well.
any other questions, sir? Please. We have mic.
See, for the time series forecasting, does it support only the exponential smoothing or
So
it supports?
Your voice is not.
Okay,
Yeah.
audible now?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, see, it supports only the exponential smoothing or it supports ERMA model as well?
So see, ERMA model is being, you can always find ERMA's model packages and all in R or it might be in Python. You can always create the same in Python. That is what I said. So you can always integrate that package in Tableau because Tableau is having set of functions available inbuilt in which you can call the Python script, Python model or might be R model or R scripting also. Exponential smoothing is something which is inbuilt in Tableau. You can always play around with that model also because Tableau is giving you the graphical user interface It's not like scripting somewhere you have to script lot of to create the models and all. You just have to play around the permutation combination which Tableau has given you in the form of GUI, so that you can always like look out for the exponential smoothing. But let's say you want ARIMA, you want something else, so that can be integrated via R or Python easily.
When we're talking about integrating, we are talking about placing the R code within the Tableau workflow, but not kind of consuming the output from R or Python into the Tableau.
Yes, so that is the thing. Whenever you are writing any R or Python code in Tableau, so it means that Tableau is consuming the output which R or Python is throwing in Tableau itself.
Okay. So it's kind of file based output consuming
Yes,
into the Tableau
yes.
workflow.
So you don't have to write anything externally to Tableau. So anything, whatever is been written here, or might be whatever package you want to install. Let's say if you know the Python, so you can always install your NumPy or sci-fi models kits and all. So you can always take this in Tableau. The outcome, whatever you want to design, that can be available in Tableau.
So does the same design consideration work for streaming data also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So whatever the streaming could be, so again the streaming could be either on REST API basis, right, or either could be a kind of whatever API, or might be WSDL or any sort of API that the streaming is throwing. So the Tableau is having a separate set of connectivity model to collect the API output also. So that is called web data connector. So through web data connector you can always get those APIs output either in the form of streaming. I'll give you a live example of, so we have connected Tableau with Facebook. So Facebook is always running, somebody is liking something, somebody is doing posting pictures and all. So we have connected Tableau with Facebook by using some API mechanism. So anytime somebody is liking some picture or something, so that gets increased in Tableau.
Okay.
So that is again a streaming, live streaming. So you can always connect lively, you can always connect on extract mode also. And that extract can be refreshed on hourly, half hourly, or whatever time schedule you will fix out.
And so see, when we are sharing the output of Tableau, can we attach security rules as well with the users with whom we are sharing the output?
Definitely, because that is again, so in Tableau there is a access mechanism, things are already in place, access authentication. Let's say somebody is having a set of, let's say, North India's access, not West India's access. So that you can define in the form of row level security in Tableau.
Okay.
So that is row level security. So let's say you are the user, you are the salesperson of, let's say, West, just a use case. I am the salesperson of North. So we have two different set of rows. So if you fix the row level security in Tableau, definitely you will be able to see your region's performance. I will be able to see my region's performance only.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Because we both have different set of rows. We will not be matching each other in a single row ever.
Okay, last question. See, can we integrate this Tableau with my product using API?
Sure.
Okay, so does it mean that, for example, I have a web-based product, so my users can see the output from Tableau by just putting some information on the top as an input, and it will kind of just go to Tableau server and will display the results on the web page?
Yes, so both way it can work. So see, one could be like you said, second could be, let's say you have some set of product, like you don't want your user to go again to the Tableau server or Tableau online to see the dashboards and all. You want that to be embedded in your product. So that is called Tableau embedding. So that is again a set thing which Tableau has already introduced. So you can always embed Tableau's dashboard or outcome in your product also, so that whenever your user logged in your product, they will see the Tableau dashboard. They don't have to go to again Tableau server or Tableau online. So that is called the mechanism also, that is a single sign-on mechanism which Tableau supports. SAML also, single sign-on mechanism Tableau supports.
That's on Tableau server only.
That is on Tableau.
That is on the things will be placed on Tableau server, but automatically it will get increased. That is a ticket mechanism which your application will throw to Tableau server, but user will not be able to know this. Right, so your ticket, as soon as it gets authenticated, your user will be able to see this dashboard, and this all thing will happen in a fraction of a second. Right?
So embedding works multiple.
That's a bit technical, so it's going over head of mine. So anyhow, any other question?
Yeah.
Any other question, sir?
He's the one who's asking something.
So thank you once again for joining us on this night. We have a small feedback form given. any customer wanted to have a one-to-one meeting where we can come over, we can discuss your requirement, we can do a kind of small POC for you. So all that is available from our side to give you more confidence on Tableau, to give you maybe for your internal team to convince on Tableau. So all that we can help you out on this. So there is a small feedback form. If you can fill it out, give it to our event team, and post this. We have a dinner, drinks and dinners. So please join us for the cocktail and dinner, and then we can have more interaction during this period. If you have any other query, we are there to help you out.
Thank you
so
much.
much once
Thank
again.
you.
for
Thank you so
coming.
much.